Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to this video. We will talk about the June astrology and we will also get into your zodiac specific behavior throughout this month. I will still be making tarot videos, so if you're interested in a tarot reading, you can access that as I upload it. Subscribe and hit the bell so you are notified whenever the videos are up. So we have a lot of pleasant energies going on in your emotional realm, in the sign of Cancer, your home and family sector, and your 12th house of rest, imagination, and surrender. There can be a lot of spiritual insights that come in. The more you work on yourself, you rest and sleep well, the better you feel throughout your day and throughout the month as well. Connecting with your home and family and taking care of your foundations is going to be especially useful for you, and it provides a sort of blessing throughout the month. So you're feeling emotionally stable regardless of whatever else is taking place in this month. Let's talk about the moon cycles. On the 4th, we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. So the sun is going to be in Gemini and the moon is in Sagittarius. So that is going to activate your 3rd house and your 9th house. So what we are talking about here is your thought process. Are we looking at the small scale or are we looking at the bigger picture? In this time, you might be more inclined to look at the bigger point of view. You're also gathering a lot of information about any goals that you're trying to achieve, any visions you're trying to acquire here. Whatever you discover at this time and the people you connect with around this time are going to be useful in taking you to your bigger plans. Also, this can talk about travel. So local travel and also foreign travel. You might want to go abroad or connect with people from different cultural backgrounds, and you might have to learn some languages in order to do so, or you need to have some sort of examination, visas, or something of that sort, which is going to take you to your bigger goals or the spaces abroad and connecting with people from different mentalities. The same day, we also have a Mercury conjoining with Uranus aspect in your 2nd house of finances. So there can be unexpected expenditures and income. There are breakthroughs happening here, and you have learned a lot about your financial sphere and also your self-esteem and security throughout Mercury being retrograde in the same zodiac. It was about to connect with Uranus prior to being retrograde, but it was just a miss and it immediately turned retrograde. So now we're here again. As it has turned direct, it has a lot more information. We have a lot more finesse in your 2nd house of finances and self-worth, your personal sense of priorities as well. So now with Uranus coming in, you are more prepared to take steps towards your big future. Uranus is all about creating innovative solutions, inventions, and in the sign of Taurus, it creates shifts and changes and things that have become too stagnant and too rigid in any way. So innovative ways of gathering income can be coming up here. You get some ideas and then you move forward with it throughout the month to implement those changes. On the 5th, we have Venus moving into Leo, and that is going to be in your 5th house of creativity, children, self-expression, and artistic expression as well. So you're feeling more confident in this area. If you're trying to conceive, it is very likely that you can. Venus is all about love, abundance, and beauty as well. So in terms of romantic life, dating life as well, there's a lot of passion over here. And Venus is in a trine aspect. Leo is in a trine aspect to you. So this brings about a blessing. No matter what happens in the Venus cycle, it is going to benefit you for the long run, and you're likely to feel it more pleasant compared to some of the other zodiacs. So yes, conceive if that's what you want, connect with people if that's what you want, and performance and creative skills as well. If you wish to showcase those things, it's a very nice time to practice and improve your skill set in order to demonstrate that. But we do have an opposition with Pluto in your 11th house of Aquarius. So there might be some types of fears or a specific desire you have for why you want to express something. For example, I wish to write poetry in order to be famous, or I wish to write poetry in order to create an impact for humanity. Something like that. You have to identify what your intentions are and why do you wish to do something. Is it for you? Is it for the collective? Or rather, the question is, who is it primarily for? It's important to know this because that's where you can understand whether something you're doing is going to work out in the long run or not. Pluto at this time is retrograde, so it is asking you for your inner motives. Venus opposition Pluto can talk about the darker aspects of love, so you might write about love tragedies, for example, or you're more drawn to the tragic side of love in some way, or secrets and even possessiveness and manipulative behavior or obsessive qualities, things like that. There is a sense of understanding of those qualities or being drawn to those things. Okay, that's going to be different for each and every one of you depending on your original inclinations, but yes, that's the energy that's coming through. On the 7th, we have Venus squaring North Node. This will be Leo square Taurus, and that again brings into focus your 2nd house and your 5th house. So perhaps in order to express yourself, let's say you want to paint, now you have to spend on buying the material. You need some space perhaps, and whatever tools and skills and knowledge that you need as well, you might need to pay for those things first. And that can be a little bit annoying for you because everything is not yet ready for you to go for it. And you as a zodiac like to take initiative, and the moment you want to go for it, everything should be on point and everything should be acquired in order to make that a reality. So the fact that some things are still under development or might be missing around this time can feel a little bit frustrating. On the 11th, we have Mercury moving into Gemini, which is its home sign, and you will find yourself having clearer communication, faster communication. Any pending documents just goes ahead. Any ideas that you're having, you're able to brainstorm better. You can collaborate with people much more effectively. There's a lot of coordination that I'm feeling here for you. So mentally, your mindset is on point. Whatever it is you want to attract, you are able to do so with your words, with your thoughts, and your intentions. Also, it is trining with Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius at this time. So your mind and your faculties, your internal desires, everything is on the same page and they are able to work together quite effectively. The same day, Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn, and that would mean the things that we have learned in the past couple of months since Pluto came into Aquarius. What have we learned, and does that change anything about what we have learned before while Pluto was in Capricorn? So look back to last year, even January, see what things you have learned in the past decades, and regarding your goals and ambitions, your reputation that you wish to cultivate. And now that Pluto has moved into Aquarius, your focus has shifted a little bit more towards changing humanity or observing the changes within humanity, your friend circles, the type of people you're attracted to in general in the world. Perhaps there's a desire to change up your aspirations as well. Maybe you're not drawn to the same goals anymore. So that's what you're evaluating while Pluto is retrograding back. The same day, we have Venus and Leo squaring up to Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. Again, the 2nd and 5th house topic comes up. There can be some blessings and financial gains that happen or are being promised at this time, but perhaps is not yet coming through. If it is coming through, there is a tendency to overindulge or overspend. So watch out for that if you don't want to be spending too much. On the 15th, we have Mercury in Gemini squaring with Saturn in Pisces. This is a mutable sign square. Gemini is about the mind and Pisces is about the spiritual body. It's about the spiritual self. Okay, it's also connected with emotional self, but mainly spiritual and the collective emotion. So there can be a tendency of, I want to think for myself and I want to do what my ideas tell me. This is my mindset and this is what I'm going for. But that kind of contrasts with your understanding of love or the unconditional love that is around you. For example, you might have a difficulty to rest because you're not able to care for yourself because you have a lot of things going on in your mind. So your mindset is kind of triumphing over the need for rest, need for alone time and retreat. Okay, so it's harder to find some rest time. Everything is moving on really, really fast. But come 17th, we have Saturn in Pisces going retrograde. Over here, we're able to look inward and make certain changes within our structures related to our imagination, our expression of that imagination, or even our dream life. You might get some prophetic dreams. Even if not prophetic, they have some symbolism, or you might find some valuable insights about your subconscious mind as well, which can be triggers that create some change in your waking life. Whenever Saturn goes retrograde, it's time to restructure things. So perhaps you're moving things around in the bedroom, or you're adding some, let's say changing the pillows or changing the mattress or shifting the direction of the bed, maybe adding some pictures on the wall, something like that, where it improves the quality of your sleep by the end of Saturn going direct again. During retro time, there's a lot of shifts and changes you might make, like adding a side table, for example, or switching up your side table to give you maximum personal time. Okay, on the 18th, we have a new moon in Gemini. There is a new birth of ideas and a new barrage of ideas that can come through here. Connecting with classmates or colleagues, that can be especially interesting beyond this time. It is a weekend at this time, but moving forward, you can still utilize the energies like 3 days forward and 3 days back. So there is nice collaborative team effort. You're able to focus really well on this day, even though it is a mutable sign. The sun and the moon being here is like your emotion is in the space that you are, and your focus is as well in the same place. So that's really nice. Also gives a good chance for manifestation. If you want to learn a new language, it's a nice day to start, or taking a new course, it's a nice time to begin. On the 19th, we have the Sun in Gemini squaring up to Neptune in Pisces. So again, we have that square between the 3rd house and your 12th house. So it's a mutable square, and we're looking at your mind is being very busy. There's a lot of things to get done, but you need to prioritize your rest. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out at some point. There can be a tendency of delaying this, being like, no, let me finish this task and then I will rest. Let me, complete this and then I will relax. I will go on a holiday later on. So that is a tendency, but watch out for that. Take like 5 minutes off. It does not have to be a full-on nap or, sleeping for 8 to 9 hours. It can be like in bits and pieces that you relax yourself. Even meditation once a while, 5 minutes a day as well does wonders. On the 21st, we have the sun moving into Cancer, so your focus shifts from this busyness into your inner world. You want to spend some time by yourself with your very close members, your home and family environment. You also want to take care of your family. If you are taking care of children, especially around this time, you're fully focused in that area. If you're working, then you might prefer working from home around this time, or you see that there are more benefits if you work from home because you can care for yourself and for your loved ones. You're also being more protective over your personal space and your boundaries around this time. Prior to this, when the sun was in Gemini, the boundaries are a little bit murky. It's all about working together with other people or sharing information with one another. But in Cancer, it's like not so much about the sharing unless you're in that inner circle. Okay, so you're being more possessive and protective of that space, not in a toxic way, but just maintaining your boundaries. Okay, now on the 25th, we have Mercury in Gemini squaring up to Neptune in Pisces. So once again, that highlights the third house and your 12th house. There again is some more busyness. Your focus has shifted from the work sector or from your learning sphere, your language sphere. You want to focus more on your personal life. But there is still that square going on. So other people might be demanding for your attention over here. You might have some vivid dreams around this time as well that you can't yet make sense of, and you might wonder what it might mean, but the answer is not yet available. Another thing we have on the 26th, we have the Mars in Leo. Mars is your ruler, and that being in a fellow fire sign is as well a very beneficial time. Your willpower is really strong. You're able to be focused and stable in your approach as well. You're responding to your passions and you're expressing with full confidence. But that is squaring up with Uranus in Taurus in your financial sphere. So your kids might need some finances unexpectedly. Perhaps their uniform tore and now you have to buy something new, or their bag, they need something new here. Something that has been ongoing for a very long time is about to come to an end, and we need to take action in a new direction. If you don't have children, this again talks about let's say you're painting and the brush broke or the paint spilled and now you have to go and buy something else. So that can be a little bit of a disturbance. On a not so mundane level, this can indicate that there is a sudden surge of energy that comes to us where we're like, okay, this is not working anymore. I need to create a breakthrough. I have to make some changes. I need to spend differently. I need to reprioritize things in order to make more space for the things that I truly enjoy. On the 27th, we have Mercury moving into Cancer. So from Gemini, it moves into Cancer, and we are more likely to communicate with our family, our personal self. The more you spend time by yourself or respecting your personal space, the greater your sense of clarity will be. The way you communicate and think and intend as well will become more neat as you prioritize your emotional well-being, 27th onwards. On the 29th, we have a trine, which is a blessed aspect. It signifies opportunities that are ready for the taking. This is a Sun in Cancer trining Saturn in Pisces. So from your home environment and from foreign lands, from unexpected sources, you can find some blessings that come through. This can also be a spiritual insight, an epiphany, or a sudden relaxation that pervades when you are meditating. This can also indicate you're going for a massage, some type of therapy, some retreat or a spa. These things can be quite beneficial for you to bring you to a sense of relaxation and collectedness. On the 30th, we have Neptune in Pisces going retrograde, which is in your 12th house. So there is a sense of reality coming in. There can be a recognition of how you understand your intuition, how you can understand your inner voice. It becomes a little bit more practical, even though we are still dealing with, imagination, illusion, delusion, and also creativity. Intuition is strong, yes, in the 12th house, but we need to take a different approach to engage it. For example, we might need to meditate for some time in order to understand our intuition or to respond to it much better. There is some effort that we need to take in order for Neptune to express itself fully. Same day, we have Mercury in Cancer trining up to Saturn in Pisces. So this is the same blessed aspect as we had on the 29th, but this time instead of the Sun, we have Mercury. So Mercury indicates our mind is on board, and again, the more you care for your inner self and your emotional needs, the better you're able to cope with everything around you. You deepen your understanding of everything that has been going on in this month, and it just brings you to a sense of peace and calm towards the end. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for being here. I really hope you enjoyed and that the messages help you out throughout the month. Stay tuned for the tarot reading for your zodiac sign as well. I will be uploading them soon. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified whenever that's up. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do like and comment your thoughts if you have any. It will be really lovely to hear back from you, and it really helps the channel grow as well. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.